Teenage girl advice from an older sister. I know that this doesn't apply to everybody, but your mom is going to be your best friend through high school and middle school. She's going to help you through things. She's going to help you through girl problems. She's going to help you through boy problems. She's been through it all. She's been there. She's done that. All the things. Listen to her. And I know that you can fight with your mom. I've had my fair share of fights with my mom. I still fight with my mom. But in the end, it doesn't matter because she's my mom and I love her and I respect her. But she's also there for me and she's going to give me the right advice. She will never try to do me wrong. Number 2, your friends are so important. So be very, very wise in who you choose because the 5 people that you most hang out with are what you are going to become later in life. And as you are growing with them, because you guys are influencing each other. So you're obviously going to knock ideas off of each other. And your girlfriends will follow you all through life. There's no reason to ditch them for a guy. Remember, guys are temporary, girlfriends are forever for most relationships. Jealousy comes in all different forms, especially with friends. They come in the form of jokes. They will push their jealousy out through jokes and play it off like a joke, but really they meant it. But remember, not everything is meant as an attack to you, so do not take everything personally, okay? Somebody could just be having a hard day, and I'm not making excuses for them to be treating somebody badly, but just never take something personally, because if somebody's acting out on you, there could be a reason behind that. There may be something going on at home, there may be something going on in their life that is causing them to do those things. Ladies, no response is a response. Do not give them the satisfaction of a reaction, okay? If somebody does you wrong and you're apologizing, don't. There's no reason for you to be apologizing at that point. I've learned from my mistakes on this. There's no reason for me to be apologizing for something that they did that hurt you. So whenever they send you the big long paragraph, don't respond to it. Don't even put okay because you're still giving them a reaction. So be kind and just realize that no response is a response and a reaction will only make them continue. Ladies, please listen to my advice on no guys, okay? I know it's difficult, but no guys, okay? But also, if you do decide to go for guys, make sure you're picking a guy that wants you and is not keeping you up wondering. I know so many of my friends that just have guys and they just the guys play around with their feelings and I'm like, just find a guy that you genuinely like and who genuinely likes you and doesn't keep you up wondering all the time. And lastly, you notice things whenever you look in the mirror that nobody else notices. Nobody notices if you have a pimple on your chin. Nobody notices, okay? You look at yourself 10 times more than anybody else looks at you in the day. So why are you focusing so much on how cakey your makeup is? Nobody really notices. And as always, remember you are beautiful, okay? No guy should tell you otherwise. No person should tell you otherwise. Just stay true to yourself. Bye, I hope you enjoyed. Here's advice I wish I would have had as a teenage girl. If somebody's talking crap about you, take it as a compliment because they have nothing better to talk about than you. Their lives are so boring that they have to talk about you in order to make a conversation interesting. And if you're the one talking crap about people, just know that it does not make you look any better. It actually makes you look worse. Because who wants to be friends with somebody that just talks crap about people all the time? Nobody. Number 2, insecure people push off their insecurities onto other people. So why do we give a crap what anybody thinks? Be you. You don't have to be clones of everybody else. Your key to life is fake it till you make it. If you're sitting in a place where you know you're not wanted, sit there with absolute confidence. If you're in a group with a whole bunch of people who you know don't like you, sit there with a whole bunch of confidence. What are they gonna say to you? Because at that point, it just makes them look like the mean ones. Do not chase a boy. Boys will chase you whenever the time is right. You can like a boy, but there's no reason to obsess over him. It will scare him away. If somebody's gossiping to you, do not say a word. You never know what they're going to bring back to the person that they were gossiping to. People are two-faced. So if you're listening to one of your friends talk crap about somebody else, sit there and nod, do not say a word. Because whenever they're venting, vents go to other rooms. Saying no is totally fine. You do not need to vape, smoke, drink, none of that. Nobody is going to act like you're weird if you don't. And it is seriously just so unnecessary. And let me remind you, illegal. So if you're offered something, it is totally fine to say no. And I would get myself out of that situation as quickly as possible. And if you do decide to make decisions, call somebody you trust, a parent, a guardian, an aunt, an uncle, whoever. But please never drink and drive, or if you're in a situation where somebody is trying to hurt you. Anyways, that is it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed.
Things every teen girl should know that no one's parents tell them. Number 1, often parents talk about alcohol growing up. People are going to ask you to party, the concerns about alcohol, but no one talks about weed and how different it is in this generation. I have several friends who are addicted, Smoking every single day. It is addicting and it's different than what our parents had back in the day. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it. I'm just saying be aware growing up, sis, because you're gonna get pressured to do it, and I want you to know that it is addicting and it is something you should be careful around. Number 2, older guys, not always, but often like younger girls because they're easier. For example, for me at 25, if someone brings me flowers, I'm like, thank you, period, as you should. When I was 17, someone gives me flowers and I'm like, oh my gosh, thank you. They're easier to please. Not all men want to manipulate young girls, but I wish someone would have told me, stay away from older men in general. Like I said, it's circumstantial, but just be aware that there are older men who just want to manipulate you and get it easier because you don't know your whole value yet. Number 3, there is no rush to lose your card or to have your first kiss. It is normal to not find someone. People make it seem like if you don't have your first kiss by junior year of high school, it's crazy. Maybe you're just waiting for someone you genuinely like. I'm 25 and I've barely ever met anyone I genuinely wanted to date. Well, I have never had a boyfriend, but my point is, don't pressure yourself to have your first kiss. It is completely normal to not have your first kiss and to not lose your special, beautiful card. Which another things parents don't tell you is hold on to that thing. I promise you don't want to share that part of you with someone who doesn't love you and make you feel so safe and comfortable. It pains me that girls do that with guys who they're worried will text them back. Those are just some tips of things I would have known. Life hit me in the face. All of these things I've struggled with, I've gone through myself, and I want you to be aware growing up that these things are real and not talked about enough. I love you so much. You are worthy, you are beautiful, and I freaking love you. Bye!
Things that all girls should know. And if you're anything like me, you had an abusive, absent, or just not a really there mother, then I'm here to tell you the shit that I learned by myself. Because again, all girls should know this information, so let me tell you, Deves. Topic number 1 is boys. Okay, if they message you from 10 p.m. only at 10 p.m. onwards, they don't want you for the same reason that you want them, babe. They most likely only want you for freaky deaky stuff, and that's not fair. So girl, move on from that man. Unless that's what you want, move on from that man. An older boy does not want you the way you think he does, okay? You should not be with an older man. Think about it. If he's an older man, why is he getting with younger girls? If he's more mature, why is he getting with younger girls? Probably because eventually he'll end up on a register, I'm afraid. So as much as it makes you feel like a divalicious baddie, please beware, okay? Because most of them end up being predators. And if they're talking to you, they're probably talking to younger, okay? Yeah. Okay, topic number 2, periods. If you get your period before most people or later than most people, that's normal, okay? Do not be scared. You don't have to get it at a certain age. It varies between who you are. For the first 2 years of your period, it's irregular. You can have it 1 month and not have it for 3 months. That's normal. Unless a doctor has told you differently and you should be worrying, do not stress too much. Speak to a doctor if you really feel the need, but just keep that in mind that it is irregular for the first 2 years. Again, you might not even experience cramp for the first 2 years of your period. You can experience it really bad, but it's different for everyone. Okay, topic number 3, hygiene. Don't wash your hair every day, okay? Don't wash your hair every day. Wash it every 2 days, every other day, whatever makes you feel good. But if you wash it every day, your hair's going to be greasy every day. Shaving, okay? Do not stress about shaving your legs, okay? It's not that important, okay? It's really not. The more you shave, the more it comes back thicker and darker. Please do not shave your arms. Do not go down that road, okay? Do not shave your arms. Before any man says anything about Victoria's Secret models or models having smooth legs, they put certain kinds of oils on their legs before they go down the runway. So they ain't as smooth as they're making it out to be, babes. Okay, washing yourself, okay? Washing yourself is extremely important. I use 3 different body washes. I use one that nourishes your skin, one that has scent, and one that just does everything else. Make sure they all clean you, obviously. Do not use scented body wash down there. If you do, babes, you're gonna be irritated, okay? Extremely irritated. Again, on topic of shaving, if you want to shave down there, shave down. Okay, shave down and do not dry shave. Never dry shave. Please do not do that. You will be hurt. Shaving your armpits isn't that important, but if you do want to shave your armpits, it's just a quick and it's done. When you get out of the shower, use deodorant straight away. Here's why. Hear me out, okay? When you get in the shower and you come out of the shower, you're clean and fresh. So if you spray deodorant, you're locking in that smell. Whereas if you spray deodorant when you're sweating, you're locking in a smell of sweat mixed in with deodorant. So use it right when you get out of the shower. I'd use a spray one and use a roll-on after. Don't be afraid to mix the two together, girl. You want to smell great. Okay, I forgot what topic we're on, but we're on sex now. Do not give it up because it's trending. Don't. Know your worth. Know your worth and make sure the man that you lose it to is the man you want to lose it to. Your virginity is sacred, okay? That shit should be a flex. If you still have your virginity, you should be flexing that to people. Not flexing that you lost it at 13. No offense to the girls that did. You do you, but it's not a flex. Don't listen to the girls and the boys that are saying, oh yeah, you should lose your virginity. Oh my god, haha, you're a virgin. So what? I think that's way better than having a body count in high school. Sex will hurt. It will hurt. I am warning you, it will hurt. So make sure you're doing it with somebody that gets you in the mood to do it, or it's gonna hurt even more. And don't be shy to say no, okay? Don't be scared to say no. Don't be scared to say you're uncomfortable. And if a man's being pushy, slap that hoe. Slap him. Slap him, okay? Kick him in his dick. I don't care. Hurt that man if he's pushing it. Just know your worth when it comes to losing your virginity, okay? Because you might regret it. So just make sure it's definitely what you want to do. And it's definitely who you want to do it with. Okay, next step, relationships. Not all relationships work out, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad thing. There's 3 rules of what they can be if you've learnt this from XO Kitty. They can be an experience, right? Which just means that you learned something from that relationship. It was an experience in your life and you had to go through that relationship to learn something new. They can be a soulmate, which you'll find out in the future. You can break up with your soulmate and still find your way back to each other, okay? Or they can be a regret, which again just means you've learnt your lesson and not to go back to one of those. When it comes to exes, they are an ex for a reason, okay? Unless they show you that they are changing, fucking delete that hoe from your life. The last thing I'm gonna say is do not send to people. Do not let people record you getting down and dirty. Do not. Unless it's someone that you can 100% trust, do not chance sending that shit around. Because you don't know what men can be like, okay? And you don't want to risk that for yourself, okay? Just don't chance it unless you know who they are. Don't chance it unless you know you can trust them. You've been with them long enough to trust them. Just don't chance it, okay? And don't let a man manipulate you into sending, okay? Don't. Anyway, that's the end of this video. If you want more tips, let me know. I love you. Thanks for watching. Bye.
If there is one piece of advice I would give young women between the ages of 18 and 25, it's to stay in school. If you, however, are not sure about a career path you want to take and you don't want to go to school and incur hundreds of thousands or even tens of thousands of dollars in student loan debt, okay, cool. Find a trade. Find something that you're interested in. Find something you're passionate about. Work. Make your own money. Do not get pregnant. I cannot emphasize this enough. If you are between the ages of 18 and 25, now is not the time to find yourself pregnant. Practice discernment when it comes to that situationship or that guy you are interested in, that man you are dating. I want to let you know now that he will not upend his life for you. He will not stop himself on the journey, on the path he is on. He will not sacrifice anything as it pertains to the journey he is on. And especially, you are not messing up. You are not getting in the way of anything that he has planned for himself. So if it ever comes down to you and his job, his career, his education, he is going to choose his job, his career, his education, as he should. And you need to get on your Zoom. Now is not the time to get involved in a situationship. If that man is stressing you out, he's making you cry, and you are not even exclusive, there's no ring, there's no shared property, no shared kids, no shared mortgage, leave him, okay? And even if you have kids, shared property, mortgage, business, bank accounts, loans, you can still leave, okay? Now is not the time. Now is not the time for women between the ages of 18 and 25 years old to get pregnant, to be thinking about men, to be thinking about relationships. Get on your Zoom, do what you have to do. Do not upend your life for that man. Do not choose where you're going to go to school. Do not choose where you're going to live. Do not choose anything based off of whatever situation or relationship you are in now, especially if it is surrounding a man. Lock in.
If you're a young girl, my only advice to you is to keep your nails and your hair done. Don't look at my hair right now. My hair looks a mess, but it's going to get done soon. But my nails are done. But I say this to say, the rest of the things will fall into place. Because if you look good, you feel good, you'll do good in life. I promise keep your hair and your nails done. And then it'll force you to keep a certain amount of money in your bank account because you know you have to pay for these things. Or your parents, whoever. But just keep your nails and your hair done, okay? Opportunities will come for you when you look the part. I promise. I'm telling you from experience.
To all my young girls out there, lose the weight now. When you're in your 20s, it's easier to lose the weight and get your dream body. Stop with the drinking every weekend, the hookah, all that stuff. Invest in your health, invest in quality skincare, invest in you. Trust me. Yes, wear the eye cream. You may not think you need it now, but if you start using it, you won't need it later. Start now. You too young. You too young. You are too young. Too young. Some of y'all, I don't be liking that. And you too young to be stressed. Anything that's stressing you, let it go. You have your whole life ahead of you, babe. Invest in you. Your 20s is for you. Literally to find yourself. Try new things. Invest in yourself. Work out. Take care of yourself.
Things about sex that I wish someone had told me as a teenager. I've recently had an influx of teenage girls follow me on here, so I want to talk to you guys for a second. Big sisterly advice, I guess. Okay, number one, just because you had sex with that guy doesn't mean you have to stay with him. I don't care if it was your first time. I don't care. That is not reason enough for you to stay with him. Leave him if he sucks. Number two, if he does not already like you or treat you with kindness or give you the attention you deserve, having sex with him is not going to change that. Don't ever, ever, ever sleep with someone in the hopes that that makes them like you. If you sleep with him and then he ghosts you, you're in good company. It's happened to me. It's happened to a ton of women. But remember that it is not a reflection of you. He is a loser for doing that. It has nothing to do with you. Number four, that adult that's interested in you, that's like telling you that you're so mature for your age and that you guys really connect and whatever, is a predator. Steer clear. He's trying to groom you. And number five, never feel weird for wanting to or not wanting to. It's totally your choice. It's your life. Do what feels right. If you like this person and want to, by all means do that. And if you're feeling like, oh, you're not exactly ready, that's fine too. There is no timeline for it. Being a teenage girl can be hell on earth, but it's also such a magical experience. So enjoy and good luck.
3 things every teen girl should know, but their mom didn't know how to tell them. Consider me your big sister. I have 3 younger sisters, and now you are one of them. Number 4, 5, 6, and 7 million. Okay, number 1, don't watch corn. Corn is on the internet. It's out there. If you're ever curious to Google anything about sex, just don't. Because what you're gonna see online is performances. And that is not representative of what it should be like. The best way to describe it is it's like watching a mukbang before eating for the first time. You want to experience real love before looking on the internet, because you will not find real love. You will find the opposite. Number 2, when you're growing up, guys are gonna pressure you to have sex. They're gonna be in your face. They're not gonna be like, do you wanna come over? They're gonna be like, well, why not? What's your problem? But you went over to this place. Do you have a problem? And so you need to know how to say, no, don't ask me again. Because unfortunately, it's not uncommon to find yourself in a situation where you're being pressured. And number 3, if you're going to have sex, use protection. I can't believe I've seen things on the internet acting like it's cool to not have protection. Not using protection is the equivalent to smoking sex. Ew, it's gross. Take care of yourself. Trust your big sister. I love you girls so much, and stay confident. Bye, girls.
I had someone very close to me turn 18 a couple of days ago, and I was thinking about what lessons would I like to know if I was turning 18 again. So I'm going to give you them. Especially as a young woman, my number 1 would be selfish. Be so selfish. The world is full of men who are so selfish, and no one blinks an eye. Do things for yourself. Don't worry about doing things for your family and your friends and your partner. Mainly your partner if you're in a relationship. Do things that are going to benefit your dreams and your goals. Be selfish about your time, your money, your energy. Be selfish. 2 would be get clear on your goals. Sure, you might not have an exact idea, and you might not have you might not know. Some people come out of life and they're like, I want to be a doctor, I want to be a singer, I want to be this. If you don't know, that's fine, but get clear on where you're going and have a path, at least, that you can start aiming at. Aim at something. 3rd one would be, don't worry about what friends are in your life right now. Worry about the people that put energy into you, sure. But if someone's coming, going, leaving, staying, being toxic, cut it. You will look back I'm 23 now, in 5 years time and be like, there was no point in me being friends with them. They weren't good for me anyways. So don't worry about the friends that are not there for the long run right now. You'll find the most amazing friends. You'll find your circle. It comes as you get older, you kind of weed out people that are not meant to be in your life. So just trust the process. When I turned 18, I wish that I had tried to test my limits a little bit more. So in terms of fitness, I kind of wish I got onto going to the gym more regularly, pushing myself physically. How far can I go? How fit can I get? Can I meal prep every single day? Can I go to the gym every single day? Test your limits physically and mentally as well. You open your knowledge to different areas and different things. Knowledge is power, so what can you read? Number 4, I think, don't compare yourself. This is one I'm still learning. Oh my god, don't compare. Your friends and your people are at different stages of life to you. People are different ages. People come from different backgrounds. Don't compare your life to theirs. All you got to do is have tunnel vision on your goals. The more you have tunnel vision, you know that things are always working out for you. They are, because you're always trying, you're always working. I would go back and tell myself, ditch the heavy makeup also. Ditch the lash extensions, the extreme lash extensions. Ditch the intense contour and the intense push-up bra. You are naturally beautiful. I'll tell you that. Last one I would say is get your sleep in. I get 8 hours of sleep every night because I know I wasn't at 18 years old. Sure, you want to go out, you want to have a fun time, do that. But make sure throughout the week that you're getting 8 hours of sleep consistently. It would have saved me a lot of mental health issues. So yeah.
It's just on my heart to say this. If you are young, like you're in college, 18 to 22, in that stage, try everything. Anything you want to do, try it. If you don't know what you want to do in life, just go wherever your interests take you. If that's 10 things, try all 10 things. Trust me, you're going to start narrowing things down as you start to learn what things are about. Take a class, join a club at your school if there is one. Start a club at your school if it's really important to you. Ask somebody who's doing that, Try any way you can to get your foot in the door, because the more you do that, the more you will learn about yourself, and then the more you'll have a clearer picture of what you want to do by the time you get out of college, and the more selective you will be able to be in your job search instead of just having to take just any job, when you get out of college. Be intentional about your life, and this is like for everything, especially with your friend group or who you date. It's not working out with your boyfriend or girlfriend, break up with them. Don't do that thing where you've just been with them for X amount of years, X amount of months, so you're going to stay together. No. Same thing with friends. If you find that your friend group is not who you want, they're not compatible with you, they're rude to you, they're catty to you, there's an obvious queen bee or whatever, like there's a dynamic that you don't like, fuck it. Leave them. Do not be scared to be alone. You will make new friends. If you're in college, especially, this is true, because this is the last time that you will be in a building with mostly people your age who are in the same place in life as you. Ditch that shit. Don't do that thing where you think that you're stuck in situations. You are never as stuck as you think you are, especially when you're that young and at that stage in your life. You could literally be one person today and you could be one person tomorrow. Literally, you could be one person today and another person within 5 minutes. That was then, this is now. To the extent that you can, you want to be selective and you want to handpick your life. You don't want to just kind of be a log that's adrift at sea. You don't want to just be blowing wherever the wind takes you. You want to be the captain of the ship. You want to be in the driver's seat. Because a life where you're not in the driver's seat is a life that you're going to resent. And when you resent your life, you become depressed and you end up not even having the energy to change your life. Now, life is life. There are always some curveballs it'll throw at you. There are some things that just get handed to you that you don't pick and choose. But the extent that you can, pick and choose. Try your best to be on a path instead of just making temporary moves to get through the day. At the end of the day, you want to be able to look at your life and say, this is a life that I designed.
If you do that thing where you take any old job, any old partner, any old friends, your life will be miserable. Desperation is the path to misery. Believe that. And whatever you do, no matter how stressful your life gets, please try to never let go of your passion. Please try to never let go of the stuff you love that makes you you. That's what's going to get you through the hard times. If you let that go, you will become a shell of yourself. And you'll wonder where the hell the years went and why it's been years or months since you last done the things that you love. And if you're in a toxic job and you're in ages 18 to 22, quit that shit. I'm telling you, a toxic job will drain your energy like nothing else. That's energy that you could be using to find a better job. You're young. At that age, no one gives a damn about your employment history. I'm telling you. Now, once you get out of college, it's a different ballgame, or hell, out of, the typical college age. But use your youth to your advantage. Quit. Do not stay in a toxic job and allow them to abuse you. Unless you're in a position where you have a baby, you have, rent and bills, whatever, you're completely financially supporting yourself. That's different for you. But if you're lucky enough to be living in the dorms or living with your parents or having financial support in some way, do not unnecessarily put yourself through any bullshit at work. You got the rest of your life to do that. And always be meeting new people. Best friends today can be enemies tomorrow. It's always good to be constantly in the process of developing new relationships. Plus, it builds your network, which is something that you're really going to need when you enter the workforce, if you haven't already. Because sadly, in this world, it's not what you know, it's who you know, and who knows you.
Girls, your 20s are crucial. We're oftentimes told that our 20s are for us to play around, mess up, do whatever, live, laugh, love. And I'm here to tell you, your 20s is for you to set your future self up for success. I'm not saying you won't make any mistakes, but the more intentional decisions you make now, the less you have to play cleanup and catch up later on in life. Girls, let's get into the things that I did in my earlier 20s to set myself up for success. Number 1, I didn't get pregnant. Because for one, no ring, no babies. Also knew that to get where I wanted to go, I needed to be able to move without having to consider anybody else. When I was broke, at least I was broke all by myself and I didn't have another mouth to feed. Okay. That freedom allowed me to chase opportunities with no hesitation. Everything that I did was for me. And speaking of me, number 2, my earlier 20s was my season of selfishness. I did things that were beneficial for me. I poured into my dreams, my goals, my wants, my needs, and I didn't care how any of the things that I did made anybody else feel. Number 3, I was fearless. If I wanted to do something, I did it, even if I never seen it be done before. I didn't need a blueprint. I am the blueprint. Okay. I moved out of my parents' house during COVID because I felt like it was the best move for me. If I didn't make that decision, my life would look totally different. And back to that selfish piece, I get DMs all the time of my girls letting me know that they want to move to a new city so bad, but their family depends on them for something. Please listen. Once you leave, they will adjust. Your family will find new routines and new ways to exist because they have to. You cannot spend your whole life carrying everybody else's load. They had their 20s. It's your turn. Number 4, I trusted myself and I did not ask for a lot of advice. A lot of times people will give you advice based on their own fears, their own limitations, and it will paralyze you if you let it. And before you know it, your whole life is built up on projections of other people. I learned to listen to my own voice and trust my own decision making. Number 5, I made the hard decisions early on. I cut off friends, I've left relationships, which a lot of you girls act like you cannot do. I wasn't afraid of struggling in the beginning. I literally slept on somebody's couch for about a month and a half. I knew that it was temporary, but I also knew that keeping my head down and grinding in that season was gonna put me in a better position later on. A lot of y'all want the success without the process. You want instant results because social media has glamorized skipping steps. There's so much value in building from the ground up, and I'm so proud of my younger self for making those decisions. Next, I didn't let a man distract me. Any man in my life had to be an asset, and the man that I ended up being with invested in my future and didn't drain me like the men's y'all be with. Too many of y'all let men just sit in your face and bring nothing but struggle and confusion. If he's going to be there, he needs to be benefiting you in some way. I promise you, men are not that cool, hot, and fun for them to be bringing nothing to the table but vibes. And lastly, but most important, I built my own relationship with God. I grew up in church, but once I moved out of my parents' house, it became my choice to pray, my choice to read the word, my choice to go to church. I chose the Lord. I consulted with him before I made any major moves in my life. Also stopped trying to control every scenario. Girl, I just fell back and let him order my steps. That has been the biggest game changer in my life. Girls, all in all, your 20s do not have to be chaos and wasted time. You will make some mistakes, but your 20s are about planting seeds and setting your future self up for success. Tighten up and get it together, or we're gonna have a problem. Bye, girl.
Advice for girls, Black Girls Edition, because these are things I wish I had known at the time, but now I do know, and I am a senior in high school, so if you need some advice, please listen up. First things first, do your hair. I think people don't understand that doing your hair and having your hair look at least decent adds so much to your look. And people are gonna say it doesn't matter how you show up to school, but I personally believe that it's very important to be presentable always. Once again, I'm not saying have a freaking blowout every single day. I'm not saying curl your hair every single morning, but I am saying show up with your hair looking presentable. If you love yourself, others will love you. I don't know why this doesn't click for most girls, but if you're having issues accepting yourself and you have issues like just being you and loving who you are as a person, you cannot expect other people. You can't love you and accept you as a whole if you can't even accept who you are as a whole yet. Experiment and find your own style. I feel like throughout high school, I have seen a lot of people, I have had different experiences, and one thing that I noticed really fast is when someone isn't being themselves. And honestly, that is the worst way to go about high school, because knowing who you are takes time, but trying to be other people while also trying to figure out who you are is how you end up in a really bad position / place. I would say try different clothing styles, see what you like on your body, see what fits your body type, see what fits your skin tone, but just knowing what suits you and starting with the simple things will help you understand who you are more as a person. Self-care is important. Whether people can tell or not, you should always have self-care, have a skincare routine, have a body care routine. Always take care of yourself. You want to smell great, you want to look great, you want to feel great. I would advise just simple hygiene goes a long way, so have a good hygiene routine. That's it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope everyone has a blessed and amazing day. Bye, loves.